Welcome to another moving vlog. I cannot believe that this rug was shipped out to me in this state. I think I've shown you guys the disaster that was this rug from Arte Planto. That's the site name. Don't ever order from there. Those black stains came on it and it was supposed to be like black and white, but it's gray and gray. So yeah, it had to go. And they still have not refunded me my money back. And they said that I didn't have to ship the rug back, but now they are ghosting me and I'm just out like $120. But luckily I was able to find this Rugs USA rug from the Arvin Alano line. This is number 3 that we have from that line, and we found it in a beautiful golden color. It's a great rug. It does shed a lot, and I don't know if that's because it's a super high traffic area, but of all of the Arvin Alano rugs that we have, it is a shedder. But I still love it. It's so soft. It's a beautiful color. We weren't too precious with placing the rug on the rug pad. As you can see, it is sticking out, but we don't mind that much because the couch is covering that part anyway. And we have our hearth from the fireplace that sticks out on the other side, so we couldn't really extend the rug pad, exactly underneath. Love how the rug and the couch tie together, and wait till you guys see the curtains that we put up. Finally getting around to unboxing some of these bedding packages that I got for Black Friday. I still haven't opened them yet, but now is the time. I got a sheet set, a couple of pillowcases, a couple of throws, a tablecloth, and a coverlet. So a little spoiler from future me, editing me, this coverlet I actually exchanged for a beige ivory color, and to be honest, I'm a little regretful of that decision in hindsight. This was a really rich color. On this site it did look a little more brown than this mustard color, which how it's looking on camera is pretty much how I felt it looked in real life, and I thought it was going to be a really nice like toffee color, but it ended up being like this. So I actually had a really hard time finalizing what type of rug to put in this bedroom. Here's a few before shots, and I finally decided on a solid color, really rich toffee color. I think that's what it's called on the site, but it's another Arvin Alano rug. It was a whole mission trying to get this rug set up with a 15-month-old bopping around, and I honestly don't remember what we did to keep him entertained, but we did the best we could and we were able to make it work. I will say that if you are thinking of getting one of the rugs from his line, the underside, the backing is really, really elasticy and stretchy, so just make sure to pull and tug equally on either side before placing it down because it will bunch up. Still trying to finalize like the main color scheme that I want in our bedroom. Like I do want a lot of rich colors. I do want to mix and match my bedding. These sheets are just kind of, obviously they're great sheets. They're beige. They'll go with a lot of things, but I'm trying to figure out like a winter and like a spring color scheme for the bedroom. I'm also trying to decide if I want to keep the honey oak or stain it, and if I'm matching to the honey oak or vice versa. Alright, so after I sat with my linen choices for a while, I realized that maybe some of the colors I wanted to change out. So I did exchange my quince throw for this color instead of the fig. And I mean, maybe later down the line I would repurchase that color because it's always nice to have lots of throws lying around for guests and things. But I just felt that this color might be suited to my place a bit more. And I also exchanged my coverlet from Bed Threads for the petrol color. So I initially got the color Mineral, and it's a great color. I felt it was just a little not as saturated as I wanted for where I wanted to have the throw. I want it downstairs with our couch, and our couch is navy. Our rug is that rich golden color. The curtains, which you guys will see, is also a really rich deep color. So I wanted something as a throw that could hold its own, like a mix between like a steel blue and a teal, if that makes sense. But it's really colorful and vibrant, which is what I was looking for. Alright, so if you are looking for an easy way to elevate a space, even if you are a renter, if you have like cheap, thin, noisy plastic blinds, you can just take them down and then, reinstall them if you are renting once you leave, or if you purchase, obviously just chuck them in the trash. And I love the idea of curtains in the bathroom. We do have a nice window that looks out, and we wanted it for privacy, but also just for looks. It does need to be steamed a little bit. I got this off of Etsy, and I don't know if I didn't realize it or what, but it is connected. So these two panels are connected, which I wasn't crazy about because I want the window to not be covered all the time. So I did take like small scissors and cut the connecting seam down the two panels. And I will eventually change out this black rod, obviously, most likely for wooden, maybe a stainless steel. And eventually I will have to repair the seams like on the rod pocket area. Okay, so project for this week is whipping this into shape. I need a lot more like vessel containers for things and figure out like my bulk situation, but I have an entire box of these, I don't know, it's like assorted risers and some hay boxes. So we're gonna see what we can do as far as space right now, and then we'll worry about the vessels later, and then I can get a list going of what vessels I need. Okay, so here is what I was able to do. Made a ton more room. I have some just random stuff back there. There's a couple noodles in there. So always coming home from the farm and be busy all day and don't have time to make food for yourself. Got these from our local Japanese market. These, I am a chip snack. Like I could eat a whole bag of chips in one sitting, but I was buying the ones with avocado oil and trying to stay away from ones that are made with seed oils. And there are some, but I just still feel like maybe I should switch to a better snack. And these are made with coconut oil, and it's just coconut oil and corn, and they're delicious. It's the best popcorn I've ever had. They have these at Costco this size, and yeah, I'm switching out chips for that at the moment. We'll get vessels for my pastas. Yeah, just supplements up there, condiments, baking stuff will be here. I have space for when I get more canned goods, and those will probably be here and here. And this, I just have these extra storage bins. We have a spice rack that's gonna go over the oven, like a stainless steel magnetic one. So those will be there eventually. So I'll have these two. I'll have these two free, and then down here is just kind of like a free-for-all. And then we have some baby stuff down here. So yeah, tons of room. And now we are cooking in here, finally. So like I mentioned before, an easy way, even cheap way, free way to upgrade your space, whether you're renting or not, is to remove these plastic renter's blinds. Even just removing it already looks better. If you don't have money to get new curtains or a new window treatment, just leave it as is for now. It opens up your window, if you can deal with the lack of privacy, or if privacy is an issue, obviously reevaluate, but it can elevate your space just at the snap of a finger, and then you can always put them back on when you move out. So we got a silver, I guess, stainless steel curtain rod off of Amazon. I think it was like 24 bucks, really affordable. And we installed that. And I also got linen curtains off of Amazon as well, and we put that over our slider. We do have a doggy door on our slider, so we have to, have the curtains stop before the doggy door starts so that our dogs can still get in and out of the house. But yeah, I love the way that it turned out, and it just adds so much depth and warmth and comfort to our space. And here is what it looks like when the curtains are closer to the side of the doggy door. So here is a before of the bed. Getting some decent sun now, and it's winter, so hopefully we get more. And then I'm gonna try to do my climbing rose here to be up this wall. I have some ranunculus here, which are actually gonna go in the back end pots. I have some poppies, and then I have a bunch of bulbs from Holland Bulb Farm. So I am a complete novice again with flower and bulb planting. I tried to start some flower seedlings last year, but I think I just did it at too deep into the summer, so they would, you know, grow as seedlings and then basically just get scorched. So I did my best to follow the planting instructions for each of the flowers. Like I would do the planting depth I would try to adhere to, but the spacing, I mean, I don't have that much space, and like I've said before, in nature isn't meticulously spacing things out, so you know, I just didn't. And a few months into the future, I am seeing some growth, so seems to be working for now, but that could just be my beginner hubris. So over here I did some tulips. I had 2 different types, and unfortunately in my zone, tulips, you know, they're not suited to the temperatures here, but I did find on their site some tulips that are supposed to be suited to zone 10, which is where I am. And I believe I went through and mismatched these, like the 2 different ones, like alternated them. And I also had some bulbs that didn't look the greatest, so instead of planting them in the flower bed, I put them in a pot in the backyard, so we'll see how those do. And then I just covered the bulbs with the same soil, the amend, and I just made sure, you know, to give the tips of the bulbs a little breathing room so they could peek out of the dirt. And then along the wall of the house, I am doing giant hyacinth. So my plan is for them to grow over our window. And in this corner, I put, I guess, a different type of hyacinth called Muscari. Now on their site, they do, it did say that these aren't suitable for my area, but here in the end of February, and they are, all of those bulbs are growing. So I don't know what to make of that. I put them in this area because it gets a lot of shade. So since they are suited to colder temperatures, I figured maybe I would plant them in shade and, you know, hope for the best. And then here is the hole I dug for my climbing rose that I plan to, you know, install a trellis behind once it starts to grow. It's growing pretty well. Honestly, I honestly forgot what color I got, but looking at this video, I'm even more excited to see it bloom. I might try to do some iceberg roses next to it and just keep it short since the, I don't know, water meter or whatever that is there. And later this spring, I'm going to be adding some gladiolus into the middle of the bed, and then I'll be mulching everything and then trying to put down some pavers and make it look cute. And then poppies. So I have California poppies, which should be fine. And then I also got Oriental poppy. Now the picture of this is so beautiful. It was a cheap price, so I just had to attempt it. And I wasn't sure if I was supposed to cover the entire bulb or not. But as of now in February, it is growing, so we will see. That was everything for this vlog. I have so many exciting updates to share with you guys, so please stick around.